This black man was a pastor of two churches simultaneously just south of Danville, Virginia. One of the churches that he built today stands on the National Historic Registry. But one day, when a Democrat thought that he was going to vote for a Republican, he decided to shoot him in the back of his head and left him to die in the street. No hospital would take him in. This woman was his wife, a school teacher in a segregated schoolhouse and graduate of a historically black college. When she learned that her husband was lying in the street, she learned to drive a 7-passenger Buick to save her husband's life. With 3 small children, she drove from town to town all the way to Richmond, but no Democrat hospital would take him in. So she drove all the way to the city of brotherly love with blood-stained towels wrapping her husband's head and 3 small children in the car. Only in Philadelphia did she find a hospital to care for the wound, but Reverend Charlie Webb would never be the same man again, and he lived the remaining 12 years of his life a slave to an invalid condition. As a former school teacher in a segregated schoolhouse, Mamie Lee Morton Webb believed that in the great liberal North, she might be able to secure a job to save the family and keep the family together that had left everything they had in the South. But the Board of Education told her that she need not apply, not because she was colored, but because her credentials earned at a college for the colored were not good enough for their public schools. And she was forced to become a lowly maid with a college degree. Her son, Ursel Franklin Webb, persevered through poverty, living in at least 17 tenement flats around North Philadelphia and Germantown. He walked up to 5 miles every day to and from school just to save money to purchase coal to heat their family home, and was eventually accepted to the elite Central High School, a public school that even conferred a baccalaureate degree, which he received at the tender age of only 16. He attended a Bible college to take some classes while working as a tailor's assistant and a weeder on a golf course. And it was not until he reached the age of 24 that a friend of the family, Dr. Duff, opened a door for him to attend a liberal arts college, a religious college in the suburbs of Philadelphia that would not even permit him to sleep in the dormitory because of the color of his skin. But he persevered, like many in Black history. And one day, after pastoring a church in Jersey City that he built from 50 members all the way up to 1,500, and it spanned the entire block in its properties, having been built from a little storefront church. He became a trustee at that liberal university that would not let him sleep in the dorm. Today, his son, who shared a mentor with Reverend Martin Luther King, a graduate of Washington and Lee University, and a retired Army Ranger, is running as an independent in the highly educated regions of Northern Virginia. He has paid his dues. He has served his country. He has even fought civil rights cases in the state Supreme Courts of Virginia. But doors are being slammed on his face by people who claim to fight for the right to vote, because they believe that if he wants to vote for the current president, he has no right to be on the ballot. This has been A Black History Moment. Today, his son, who shared a mentor with Reverend Martin Luther King, a graduate of Washington and Lee University, and a retired Army Ranger, is running as an independent in the highly educated regions of Northern Virginia. He has paid his dues. He has served his country. He has even fought civil rights cases in the state Supreme Courts of Virginia. But doors are being slammed on his face by people who claim to fight for the right to vote because they believe that if he wants to vote for the current president, he has no right to be on the ballot. This has been a Black History Moment. My name is Major Mike Webb, retired Army Ranger, and I am running for U.S. Congress. With liberty, honor, and excellence, by God, we shall make America great again. Honest. This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.